Summary: Jax, Brittany, and Kristen are back on the Valley, navigating adult life and relationships in their 30s and 40s. Introductions reveal different family dynamics and personal challenges, setting the stage for drama and growth. Jax's concerns about Kristen's future with Luke sparks tension, hinting at more drama to come for the cast. The Valley Season 1 Episode 1 reintroduced some familiar faces and brought viewers into a whole new Bravo world. After leaving the series after Vanderpump Rules Season 8, Jax Taylor, Brittany Cartwright, and Kristen Dude all needed a break from reality TV. Jax and Brittany, who had just gotten married, focused on building their relationship and growing their family, welcoming son Cruz in 2021. Kristen focused on herself, hoping to foster some stability outside of the Bravo sphere. While Jax and Kristen have always had a tumultuous relationship, it felt like the absence of cameras bonded them further. After departing Vanderpump Rules, Brittany, Jax, and Kristen discussed a return to reality TV, but they weren't sure it was going to happen. But if it was possible, they had all settled on the idea of a series that revolved around their adult lives. While Vanderpump Rules had focused on them in their 20s, the group was now in their 30s and 40s. With different chapters of their lives to deal with, when the Valley became a reality, they focused on what it's like behind the scenes of a neighborhood filled with dramatic personalities and a lot of personal history. The Valley cast introduced themselves. The couple's singles shared where they are in life in the earliest moments of the Valley Season 1. Jax and Brittany are shown discussing their schedule. Jax, who was known for his bad boy antics on Vanderpump Rules, has turned over a new leaf in his life with his wife and son. Now, worried about when his cameos are due, the seed money to start up his restaurant, and who's caring for his son, the reformed bad boy isn't looking so tough. Meanwhile, Brittany is recovering from liposuction on her chin, which is a hilariously raw look into her life. The rest of the Valley cast slowly got introduced throughout the premiere. Danny Buca Nia Buca, Jessie Lally Michelle Lally, and Jason Caperna Janet Caperna were all introduced in snippets that showed them living their day-to-day lives, as well as former SUR employees Jasmine Good and Zach Wickham, who were introduced in a scene with Kristen. While the cast of the Valley Season 1 were shown in their natural elements as they were introduced to the series, it's clear their lifestyles are somewhat different than the cast of Vanderpump Rules as they deal with their slower-paced family lives. Kristen explained her boyfriend Luke is living with her for the summer. The couple want to have a baby. Close catching up with Kristen, she explains that she met her current boyfriend, Luke Broderick, at a wedding. She had been broken up with just weeks before, but she felt such an attraction to Luke that she immediately decided that she wanted to be in another relationship. Luke currently lives out of state, but is planning to move in with Kristen for the summer. The couple hasn't spoken much about moving in together permanently, or Luke relocating to California, but Kristen shared they are hoping to have a baby together sooner rather than later. While Kristen has always been impulsive, hearing her talk about becoming a mother is both heartwarming and terrifying. There's no doubt that Kristen would be a great parent, but her track record with relationships has not been the most positive in the past. With Luke living out of state, the Valley appears to be setting up Kristen and Luke's storyline for the season surrounding some major changes in their relationship. It's likely that, regardless of whether it's any of their business, the rest of the group will have an opinion on whether Kristen and Luke have a child or not. The drama between Jax-Kristen has impacted Luke-Brittany. They tried to mend their relationships. Kristen and Luke's decision to have a baby was revisited several times. During a guy's outing to a digital golfing range, Luke met up with Jax, Danny, Jesse, and Jason. He playfully asked Jax if he was now unblocked on social media. Jax, who has a propensity for blocking people sporadically, laughed and asked Luke if he had been blocked. Luke shared that he had been blocked because Kristen was blocked, and Jax made an offhanded remark about how he and Kristen had a tenuous relationship. After years on Vanderpump Rules, Jax and Kristen's bond is too close for comfort. Unfortunately, the issues between Jax and Kristen have impacted both their relationship with each other, as well as Luke and Brittany's relationship. While the rest of the cast of The Valley are all friends, Luke and Brittany don't seem to have any sort of connection. Kristen, who has always supported Jax and Brittany, seems to just want her friends to approve of her boyfriend. Luke shared it can be uncomfortable, knowing the history between the couple and Kristen. Moving forward, it seems as though Jax, Kristen, Brittany, and Luke will all have some issues to work through on The Valley. Jax-Brittany hosted Janet's birthday party. Lala Sheena joined in the fun. Janet, who is also friends with the rest of the Vanderpump Rules crew, and Brittany have a particularly close relationship. Both grew up in small towns, so for Janet's birthday, Brittany decided to throw a party that was county fair themed. Complete with corn dogs, funnel cakes, overalls, and a dunk tank, Brittany set up an extravagant event at her and Jax's home. The party was perfect for families with children, but it was still something the adults could enjoy, as well. Lala Kent and Sheena Shea from Vanderpump Rules joined in on the party, crossing the casts over. No party can be complete without drama, and Janet's birthday was no exception. When Jax and Kristen got into an argument about her future children with Luke, the rest of the cast had to get in on the drama, as well. Outside of the argument, there was an incident that left new mom Nia in tears involving her husband, Danny. Jax, who was getting playful with his friend, pulled Danny's pants down in front of the rest of the party. While it wasn't anything serious, Nia wasn't able to keep herself composed and wound up in tears despite Jax's apology. Jax involved himself in Kristen's future plans. He talked to everyone about his doubts throughout the episode. Jax was shown explaining all of his doubts about Kristen having a baby with Luke at this point in their relationship. Though he was being taken as a drama starter, Jax explained that he didn't fully trust Kristen in her relationship yet and was simply trying to look out for her. As someone who had a kid, he shared that he didn't really feel Kristen was in a place in her life where he felt she was ready to handle so much pressure. Arguing with others before bringing his thoughts to Kristen, he was looking for an argument. Kristen seemed to be enjoying herself at the party before Jax confronted her with the idea that she shouldn't be pursuing a pregnancy right now. Pulling Sheena, Lala, and Brittany into the argument, Jax shared he was coming from a place of care. Despite his words, it appeared that Jax was angry about his opinions. Kristen didn't care for the way he was speaking to her and decided to end the conversation. She explained that she wouldn't be talking to him about this further. While The Valley is a new stage of the cast's lives, the drama feels eerily similar. The Valley airs Tuesdays on Bravo at 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time, then streams the following day on Peacock. The Valley Vanderpump Rules is a reality drama series created for Bravo that stars Lisa Vanderpump, a former star of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, as she expands her restaurant empire and staff. The cast consists of Lisa's staff members across her various establishments in West Hollywood as they try to build their futures and establish relationships that range from friendly to romantic. All of which frequently turn messy as mixing with business pleasure, as they are warned, doesn't always end well.